In my last video, I showed you how to knit this English rib scarf. And then I knit a second one. But you'll notice that for this one, the edges are ruffly, curvy, wavy. And I'll show you why it's like this in this video in case you ever want to knit a scarf that has ruffled edges. But as it turns out, I don't like these ruffles. I want it to lay flat. So I'm going to show you what I did to change my ruffled edge from this to this. Before that, I'm going to show you how I knit my scarves off the knitting machine, how I finish the edge. And then I'm also going to show you how I turn my flat scarf into an infinity scarf at the end, so stick around for that. I'm going to start with the red scarf. I transferred all my ribber stitches to the main bed and lowered my ribber and took off my ribber weights. Then to bind off, I took the second stitch off and put that on the first needle, and then yarned over and pulled a loop through those two loops. Then transferred that new loop over close to the rest of my stitches. That's one bind off, and then repeated that process. So second stitch onto the first needle, bind off those two loops, transfer my new loop over to the right, and just repeated this over and over again until I had bound off all of my stitches. And this is what my cast off edge looks like. Okay, now let's go over to my green scarf and show you how I got ruffles and how I bound off. For my green scarf, I have my carriage set to knit a tuck stitch. So push this lever up and this lever to go in right. And then I have my main bed carriages set to knit plain knitting. And I also have my slide lever on the ribber set to 2. And then before I knit the row to the right, I push up my 2 edge needles and then I knit. What that does is the 2 edge needles actually knit, unlike the other needles where my machine tucks the yarn over the needles. So if you look at my 3rd needle here, the yarn is tucked over that needle, but my 2 edge needles have that length of yarn knit through. Same thing on the left. So my 2 edge needles are knit through. The 3rd one is where the tuck starts. I'm at row 899 of this green scarf and I'm about to knit the last row. Before I knit that row, I'm going to do this with my ribber carriage. I'm going to push down this tuck lever and my part button. So now my carriage is set up to knit plain knitting, plain 1x1 ribbon. On my main bed carriage, all of my buttons are out. My holding cam is at normal. My change knob is at plain knitting, and I'm going to knit 1 row across my stitches. That completes this scarf. Next, I'm going to cut my main yarn. I'm going to leave a tail that's 4 times the width of my scarf. This length of yarn is what I'm going to use to bind off my stitches after I take my scarf off on waste yarn. So I'm going to come in with my black waste yarn, tie that to my main color. I'm going to pull all of this down. I'm pulling all of that down under my bed until I've got the black yarn. And then I'm going to knit across 10 rows at least to take my work of on-waste knitting. So I've cut my waste yarn, and now I'm going to knit across to take my stitches off the bed. Before I do that though, I want to take off all those weights and my comb. Comb we can leave on, but definitely take off all the weights. You don't want that dragging your work down when you go to knit off. So I want no weight on my work as I knit off, so I'm holding my comb up. And then I'm going to go across. I want this tail out of the way also. I don't want it knitting back into my stitches. And there we have it. So I've got this wavy edge here, and I'm going to show you how to fix that with this scarf. To relax my scarf and make my wavy edges lay flat, there are two options. One option is a wet block where you take your entire scarf and soak it in water and then just gently dab out the excess water. So one way to do that is roll your scarf in a towel and just gently pat out the excess water, and then lay your scarf on a flat pinnable surface and then pin the scarf out flat, mold it flat with your hands and pin it out and then let it dry. That's one method, but that takes more time than I want to spend on this. So what I am going to do is I'm going to steam block the scarf. I'm going to use my steamer, and if you notice, this part of my scarf already is flatter than this edge. That's because I've done some steaming here, but I'm going to show you what I do. So I take my steamer and it's very hot, so be careful with that. And then I hover it over the edges. I don't want to lose all the elasticity that my rib fabric has. So I'm not going to put my steamer directly on the fabric. I'm just going to hover over these edges that I want to relax. And then I'm going to mold it flat with my fingers. And that's it. Careful not to pull too much because you're going to distort the fabric if you do that. Just go back and forth and mold the fabric as the steam relaxes it. So I'm going to continue like this and finish off the entire scarf and show you what that looks like once I'm done. I'm done steaming my scarf and this is how it looks now. My edges. And I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm going to fold it up and leave it alone for an hour. Okay, just gonna fold it like that, and then after an hour I will come back and finish the edge of the scarf and make this into an infinity scarf. After I finish knitting the scarf, next step is to take my waste yarn off from the beginning edge. This is the edge I started with, and typically you would knit the waste yarn and then knit a row of ravel cord before you start your work, but I skipped that step because I don't have ravel cord. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go in and find the last row of waste knitting, and I'm going to cut the yarn on that row, and then I'm going to take my crochet hook and I'm going to pull out this last row of waste yarn. Okay, and then I'm just going to pull that yarn out. This works for me because This yarn, this waist yarn that I used is strong. It doesn't break easily. So it's kind of like ravel cord in that sense. And it's kind of sleek also. So it slides through my work easily. If you're using a softer type of yarn, this, what I'm doing here won't work. You would need to have a row of ravel cord in between. Okay, so I've separated my waist knitting from my hem here. And now, to finish off this second edge, I could crochet the ends closed if I wanted my scarf to be a flat piece like this. But since I want it to become an infinity scarf, what I'm going to do is I'm going to match this edge to this edge. I'm going to crochet both edges together. Let me show you. Before I begin to join my scarf into an infinity scarf, I need to make sure that I have both English rib sides of my scarf facing each other. So this is the English rib surface, this is the English rib surface. This side looks more like a plain 1x1 rib. I want to make sure that these two are together like this. Okay, the other thing you want to make sure of is that your scarf isn't twisted. So if I lay my scarf flat, lay it flat like that, okay, and then fold over your scarf. So that's a good way to make sure you have identical surfaces facing. And on this end here, your scarf should be a simple fold. It shouldn't be twisted, okay? And then we can begin. So I'm going to start with this side here where I have my long tail, and I'm going to put my crochet hook through my first stitch here, and I'm going to also put my crochet hook through my first stitch on this edge here, so that's this one. And then I'm going to take this loop, yarn over. So yarn over is basically wrap it around my yarn, and then make sure my hook is facing down and pull that through these two loops. So I've just joined my first stitches on both edges, and I'm going to repeat that for the next one. So next one is this one, and on this edge here, the next stitch is the one in between these two. So this one, okay, this one. I'm going to put my hook through the top of that stitch like this, and find my long tail, yarn over and pull through those two edges and this loop here. And then the third one now is this one. And this is the third stitch here. We're going to yarn over and pull through those two edge stitches and this loop I have on my hook. And then the fourth one, okay, fourth stitch is this one in between. So at this point I know that every even stitch is the one in between. The odd stitches are the ones with the ridge, the knit ridge facing me. Okay, yarn over, pull through all my loops, and I'm just going to continue like this until I've finished closing off this edge and joining the two edges together. So this is what it looks like right now on the inside, and I will continue until I am done. Here's what my seam looks like on the outside, and on the reverse side I've got this crochet stitch running across my scarf. The last thing I'm going to do is weave in my tail and then show you what that looks like. Here's my finished English rib infinity scarf. The edges are flat, no more ruffles, and the scarf feels balanced. And I have a lot of room after wrapping it around my neck once to go around again. Okay, lots of ways to style this one. And it's making me want a matching hat and mittens. So in my next video, I'm going to show you how to knit an English rib hat and mittens. The mittens aren't going to be English rib though. So if you'd like to see how that's done, stick around for that one. If you like this video, don't forget to tick the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video.